Hello, friends. Welcome in. I hope you're having a fantastic, fantastic day. Let me just go ahead and double check that everything is working, then we will begin. I don't know why I say it like that. I feel like that needs to stop. I need to just talk normally. Like a normal human. Imagine. All right. I feel like sometimes I say a thing, or I say something a certain way. I'm like, why do I do this? Why am I this way? All right. Let me just double check everything. I think I did the things. So yeah, let's go ahead and move on over. Welcome in, everybody. How are you today? Oh, also chat's not on the screen. Fix that. Boop. Emmers, you were here first. How are you, Emmers? I hope you're having a great day. Joss, welcome in, Joss. How's it going? Vix, hello. It's late, so likely won't be here long, but I'll say hi anyway. Vix, I'm so glad you're saying hello. Thank you for coming in and saying hello. I hope you get some sleep, if that's where you're headed. No, that's not why we're here. We come here because you make everything your own way. I guess that's fair. I mean, you didn't say how are you today, so there's that. Yeah, I don't know. And Baz, hello. Good morning from Brisbane, Australia, 9 a.m. and very hot and sunny again. Woo! Bet it is hot over there. I don't know who told you that you need to change how you speak, but they were wrong. No, I think it's just I listen to myself and I think, why do I do this? Why am I this way? No one talks like this. I should really, I don't know, chill out a bit. How are your days going? One, I think when we get into Lightyear Frontier, I think I'm going to keep the lo-fi going. We've been listening to the in-game music, and actually the in-game music is fine, but I think it might be nice to have just like other music going throughout it. It's kind of more, the music in the game is kind of more ambient-ish, which is fine, but I feel like, you know, to keep the vibes going, we might keep the lo-fi stuff. Today, you talk like this might be like everyone else. Well, there's a point where there's a point where everyone's like, it stands out almost too much, you know. Keep the good vibes going. Yeah, that's what I thought. I almost was like, should I switch it to just normal music today? Because I could do that, but then I was like, nah, it's too much work. I mean, it's really not that much work, but but I was like, that's fine. 25! Oh my goodness, Baz. Again, Baz, I will say, of the Australians, like YV, Raph, Kato, all of them, Broncos, you're the only one who has a stream streak here. So I am very appreciative. It's kind of incredible. So you are standing out amongst your peers. Definitely not too much. Baz and I, with our streaks one day apart. Oh wow, that's awesome. I can't wait for like Baz to reach 100 to get the reward before any of the other ones even do. That'll be so funny. Lurking at work, Gilmore. I hope work goes well. Thank you so much for the lurk. I appreciate it. Today I had to go to the P.O. box today. I had some packages arrive. Some things that I can't share with you yet, but I'm very excited. Very excited for. But then I had to go. I was like, oh well, since I'm out and like the roads are kind of icy since I've already like driven out here, I might as well go to the grocery store. Work lurk too, Baz. I hope you have a great work and lurk. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out. It's always good to see you. I was like, while I'm out, I might as well go to the grocery store. Because I was like, I need a few things. And so I went through, got a bunch of stuff. I then was like, you know, I could get maybe just like one little extra thing for myself. Like I got my essentials. Like I got some milk. I got some yogurt. What else was I getting? Oh, I got some sparkling water. There are these new seasonal flavors of Waterloo, and I'm very excited to try them. So I got those, and I was like, well, I could get something like just a little something extra for myself, a little treat. And for whatever reason, I've been craving salsa recently. Is it the Latino in me? Maybe. But I was craving some salsa, and so I went and like picked out a nice little like kind of like local brand salsa, and got some like nice chips, and actually they were the cheapest chips, but they looked nicer than like the very cheap. Anyway, they're mid-grade. They're mid chips. Anyways, nice for me. So then I went to the checkout, scanned all the self-checkout, scanned all the things, and then when I go to pay, I'm like, I left my wallet at home. And so I had to shamed in a shamed state, I had to walk over to the little like the person that's at the front and be like, hey, I left my wallet at home. I'm gonna have to come back. I didn't come back. I was like, I'm already home. I'm not gonna go back. So I didn't get the things. I think I might try to go tomorrow though to go back. But what flavors? They have apple cider or something like that. It's an apple cider-ish, and I remember they had that last year. I think I liked it. It has like a different. No, it means like no. I think it is apple cider because it does have like an apple and a cinnamon stick on it. I really love apple cider, like wassail and all of that, so I like it. I don't think it's like their best flavor. If I were recommending Waterloo to somebody, that would not be the first one I'd recommend. And then the other one that I've never seen before is pomegranate and acai. And I have not had that, and I think that sounds kind of tasty to me. So, anyway. Wait, no, you can tell me the story. I want to hear what it is. I want to hear what it is, Emmers. But yeah, I was like, oh gosh, I was so excited about the salsa and other stuff, and then no. So it's fine. I'll probably, I think tomorrow I'll go, and there's actually some other stuff that I could get too, so it's probably fine. They currently have like a deal at Fred Meyer that's like they have like a, what do you even, like, you know those like containers of like chicken breast? I don't even know what you'd call this, where it's like, it's usually like a yellow foamy thing, and then it has like all of the things, and then like just like it's wrapped and whatever. They currently have a buy one get one of those, and it's like a fairly good deal because it's like, I think it's usually like 6 in a package. And I cook a lot of chicken, so I was like, I should get that and then just freeze one or something. But I went to the store to get canned air, and they want ID for canned air. Interesting. What is this, Spaceballs? I know canned air is a thing. I've never tried it. Whip out my wallet, open it, insert shot, Pikachu face. My license is missing. And I'm just like, oh no. Huh? What was it just at home? What happened to it? Sorry, it's the first thing I think of with canned air. Yeah, no. It is also same. I'm curious what it's like, actually. So, Emmers, if you have, do you mean like, hold on. Emmers, do you mean like the spray can? Or do you mean like the stuff that you breathe in? So now I'm backtracking my mind. When is the last time I've needed my license for something? Have you found it? Spraying out a computer. Okay, that makes sense. Because I know people do like huff it or something for some reason, because people do certain things, I guess. But they do. I thought so. I thought you were talking about the cans that have like the nozzle that you breathe in. Because I've seen that more recently, or not in person. I know that they sell them at like grocery stores now, or in some places. It is definitely a thing. I've heard some people use it for like sometimes it's like for work, like if you're doing like a workout or something, you just need a punch of oxygen. I don't know if it's recommended for people who have like asthma and stuff. That seems tricky, but then I remember like a month or so ago, I was with my friend who was driving and we got pulled over and I had to pull out my license and I'm just like, it's got to be in her car. Oh no. Emma's driving too fast. Just kidding. I messaged her. She's like, oh yeah, it's here. Oh no. That is awful. That's like the worst feeling. I have done a thing. Wait, and she just throws it in an envelope and tosses it in the mail. Where does she live? Why didn't she like just take it to you? Yeah, Mitch. Welcome in. How are you? That's gonna take so much longer, probably, depending on where you live. I think you can't you actually like, you still have a good hour from her before I moved. Ah, okay. I mean, I don't know. It's gonna take a couple days to get to you now. Hope you don't need your license anytime soon. I have done a thing. So sometimes what I'll do is like if I go to like a fast food place, and I'll you know, pay with my card. I give them my card because we live in the United States, and you do that to when you go to a fast food place. You give the person your card. They take it away from you. And then I get it back, and I just will sometimes just like tuck it under me, or tuck it under a leg, and I'll be like, I'll remember to put that back in my wallet. And there have been a couple of times where I've been like, where's my card? Usually it's actually when I'm here, like inside, and maybe like I'm buying something and I can't remember like the numbers or something. So I'll be like, oh, let me double check that. I'll be like, where's my card? And then I have to go out to my car and it's just sitting on my driver's seat. Very safe. Very safe. It was just funny, like, oh, I've been driving for over a month without my license. Oh no. Emmer's such the rule breaker. I'm just kidding. Sassy, welcome in, Sassy. How are you? I hope you're having a fantastic day. How goes it? Yeah, so anyway, I have to go back to the grocery store tomorrow. I was like, I feel bad that I didn't go back for the food. I'm sure they put it back pretty quickly though. Really the only thing that was like, well, I mean the milk and yogurt, that was the only thing that was refrigerated, but I'm sure it's fine.
Is this a murder? Why am I hearing yes?
You're getting a PS5 Pro? Incredible, that's awesome. Is it getting shipped to you, or are you picking it up? It's so wonderful. You have to tell us how it is. Still alive, nice. Always good to hear. Always good to hear. Yeah, I feel bad that I didn't go back and actually like get it, but I was like, I've already driven back home. The roads are a little bit icy. It's okay. So I guess now that I know what I want, I'll probably just do like a pickup order, which I typically like doing. So it's minimal interaction with a person, or like with anybody. So I'll just get it all in the app and then just pick it up. It's faster that way. Anyways, it's okay. And actually, none of the stuff that I was buying today were like, I need this right now. It was more like, my milk expires tomorrow, and I'm almost done with my yogurt, and, you know, that was it. But we haven't even released the first marking period report cards, and I already have students missing assignments for Q2 to where they are starting with a 0. Oh, no, Sassy. That's got to be really frustrating. Got to going to the movies. What are you going to go see, Joss? What are you gonna go see? I don't even know what's out. Going to see a documentary about the TV show Lost? That sounds incredible. I hope that's so good. That sounds wonderful. Let us know how it is. I have not. I've said this before. I haven't watched all of Lost, but I did watch like the first like 2 or 3 seasons. And then I skipped some in the middle, and then I watched the end. Because I was like, at some point I was like, I think I'm done. I think I'm done with this. Let's switch playlists. There we go. It's super frustrating. Yeah, that has to be, because you're invested in your students and stuff. Insert hooded Kermit. Fail 'em all. Says, do it. See you later. I've watched the whole thing 5 times. That's enough for both of us. That's fair. That's awesome. I didn't know you were that big of a Lost fan. But anyway, you have a good one. You go to your movie. Yeah, that has to be very frustrating because yeah, I don't know. You're invested in your students. You want them to do well. You put work into the, you know, lesson plans and assignments and all that, and then if they're not doing their work, then it's frustrating because you want the best for them. I saw actually a I think this was a Twitch clip. There were a couple of streamers who they were doing a live stream at like IHOP, and it was on Halloween, so they were like dressed up, and the like waitress that greeted them at the door was also like kind of dressed up, had like a little like headband thing. Maybe she looked like a bee. I think she was dressed like a bee. And or no, maybe those were pumpkins. I don't remember. Anyway, she was festive. And so the 2 streamer girls that were doing the live stream were like, oh, you look so nice, like dressed up and whatever. And she was like, yeah, we did something. I'm a teacher, and you know, we dressed up in school, and it was a lot of fun. So thank you very much. You guys look great and whatever. And so anyway, they go and sit down, and the 2 streamers, I don't actually know who they are. Apparently they're doing very well for themselves, whoever they are. I don't recognize them at all. But they were then talking to themselves, and they were like, it sucks that she's a teacher and she's working at IHOP. Like, she just had to do a full day, and now she's like working at night here. So they ended up tipping her like $2,000 or something like that. And I think, and it was very like telling, I guess, of the character and of the waitress. When they like gave it to her, she was like I think one of the first things she said was basically like, there's so much that I'll be able to get for the kids because of this, and like whatever. So it was like just very, you know, it was just very sweet. But oh, and Phoenix, welcome in. How are you? How's it going? Let's see. Honestly, there are a few that are failing the first quarter, and I'm not bumping their grades. If they had been trying and putting in the effort, then I'd consider finding some extra points for them. But these kids are lazy and don't care. Yeah, that's very frustrating, Sassy. I'm doing good though. I'm doing good. It's only 2 p.m. here, so still plenty of the day left. Sassy with the 85 stream streak, and Emmers with the 85 stream streak. Both of you. Yeah, you guys are both getting back up there. When I draw y'all's things, when you get to the next 100, I'll have to, like, you know, we'll add the stars or whatever. I'll have to think about what order we're doing that in. That's like a month's salary, yeah. Yeah, for sure. So, like, I mean, that was a huge tip. But I'm doing good. Also, I don't know if do you guys know who, I think his name is Johnny Somali. Do you guys know who that is? Yeah, I can't imagine. I had a biology teacher who took pity on me. I should have been in the easier class because biology is not my strong suit, but I always did all my homework. But I swear I failed every test, quiz, and midterm, and I still passed with a B or something. Oh my goodness. That's me with Algebra 2. I actually, I failed Algebra 2 my junior year, had to retake it my senior year of high school. And also did terrible. I could not do well in that class, but I tried doing as much as I could. I did a bunch of extra credit, and I honestly think I still would have failed even with all that extra credit, but they passed me. So I guess so I could graduate, I guess. So yeah, I tell you guys, I'm very bad at math. Like it was incredibly difficult for me to like understand, but so there's a Kick streamer. I don't know if he was on Twitch and then he moved to Algebra 2 as a requirement. Yeah. It was also, it's the last math class that was a requirement for our grade or for our high school, and I think your senior year, I think you also had to take a math, but like it sort of didn't matter what it was. Like I think it was very much like Algebra 2 is a requirement for you to do that. I failed English, but I was in AP Calculus and ASAT. Dang, that's awesome. I did very well in English, and am terrible with like math stuff or so that's funny. We're flipped there. I guess I was very much like English lit, and then art stuff. That was like where I shined. And study hall. Shining study hall student. I think we just needed any algebra class and any geometry. Yeah, we did. I think geometry was 10th grade for us. Or was it 9th grade? I don't remember. And then 11th. Oh wait, it was probably. Was it algebra and then geometry and then algebra 2? Or would it have been geometry, algebra 1, algebra 2? Maybe that's what it was. And then they have like other classes, and I gosh, I did so bad. I was very embarrassed, I think, this is my senior year because of that. Every time I had to go back into the algebra 2 class because I was then in a class with everybody else who was a grade below me, so I was like, but we made it through. It's okay. I don't still feel embarrassed. Quite opposite, yeah. It was the same in New Jersey. Algebra 1, geometry, algebra 2. That's what I thought. I kind of thought it was like split like that. I took pre-calc for fun. Oh, man. I was art, science, math, and history. Yeah, that's very fun. History has never been a strong suit of mine. But for some reason, like English lit classes, I loved. I'm not even that big of a reader, but I think like I really enjoy trying to dissect what something means, or like that stuff is really interesting to me. So I think my version of that now is like listening to music, looking up the lyrics while I'm listening to it, and then trying to dissect the meaning of that. So it's sort of like that's my version of it. They're like those are the skills I took from that, and that's how I apply it to my life, is like trying to be like, what is this person saying here? Like, this is so interesting. Anyway, it's just me listening to my humps. Anyway, took accounting and college algebra as elective. What are they saying here? Took accounting and college algebra as electives. Dang, that is wild to me. Statistics is my one math requirement. It didn't even need to be statistics, just any math class. I've heard statistics is pretty difficult. The same here in New England with algebra 1 and 2. Okay, yeah, I'm fairly positive it was split like that. You took accounting in high school? Goodness. My high school definitely did not have the means to teach accounting. I don't remember I don't think there was an accounting class. I don't think. I remember we had economics, but the only thing I remember about econ, actually there's two things. one time in econ, I was taking notes, and the way I was taking notes was like, I think I had like my head like leaning up against my hand, and I was just like looking down, like writing. And the teacher, who I did not like, she was like, Jet, stop sleeping or whatever. And I was like, I was like upset. I was like, I'm not sleeping. I'm taking notes. What do you want me to do? Anyway, I hated econ. It was so boring. But then the second thing I remember was we had like a guest speaker come in for a bit. Don't remember what he talked about. The only thing I remember is that he would tie his tie so tightly that like the like knot part of the tie, let's say this was his neck, and you're looking at a profile of it, the tie would stick, it was like so tightly up against his neck that it would like jut out horizontally and then go down. So like there was like a gap in between like the tie. It wouldn't like lie flat. It would like go out and then down. And people would call it his tracheotomy tie, which is is ridiculous. But that is like that is just one of the memories that I think about. I'll think about econ class. I'll be like, it's so funny to me that that's what we called it. I don't think at the time I even knew what a tracheotomy was, but now I do, and now it's kind of funnier. I took it as a freshman because of all the typing classes were full. Fair. Yeah, I don't think we had accounting. I tried to take as many like art classes and theater stuff that I could, because I did well in those. But yeah, I just enjoyed English. It was fun. But there was something I was gonna say though. Oh, anyway, I really do enjoy looking up lyrics to songs and then trying to figure out the meaning, or like, that's why I really enjoy when I listen to, I listen to a lot of lo-fi. So actually I listen to a lot of stuff that doesn't have any lyrics, but when I am listening to just like whatever, I tend to lean towards musicians that are like lyricists and write, I don't know, really like involved things, or you know, whether it's like they're telling a story through the song, or they have like very clever lyrics. I really love that, and so I'll try to, I'll try to dissect and learn and kind of be like, uncover what could they possibly mean by this, and so I love it. I love it. If I could be a professor of something, it would be like, it would probably be like a song lyric dissection class or something like English. It'd be maybe under the English lit umbrella, but it's like modern songwriting dissection or something like that. It'd have to have a name that sounds more legit and professional, but it would just basically be like, we go on genius.com, look up song lyrics, and then we talk about them. Because some stuff is just so good. What was it? There's a song that I listen to that I love, and one of the song lyrics is like, what is it? Hold on. I can remember the second part. I'm trying to remember the first part. Things are looking up, but I'm scared of heights. Something like that. I'm like, oh, that's so good. I mean, that's pretty straightforward. I like, that doesn't really need a dissection. But I was just like, oh, that's so smart. Love it. I love like a good, clever turn of phrase or whatever. That's wonderful. But anyway, if you guys had to teach a class, I mean, Sassy is a teacher. Okay, Sassy, if you had to teach a class that was not like a standard course, what would you want to teach? And everybody else, what would you be a professor of? I don't know what else I would teach. A class about Zelda? That would be dope. That'd be dope. It'd actually get kind of confusing with the timeline. Have you watched anything on YouTube by Greg Foster? He has a series called Creepy Cringy Lyric Series where he listens to older music and actually listens to the music and whoa. No, I haven't. I will definitely check that out. Let me write that down. Greg Foster. Yeah, I'll look that up. I'm sure I'll enjoy it. I particularly love when you like listen to a song and you're like, wow, this sounds so happy. And then you listen to it and like you actually look at the words and you're like, wait a minute. What is going on here? A crochet class after school. That would be dope. You would be so good at that. For sure. 100%. Oh, I was gonna say Johnny Somali. I brought him up for a second. I don't really remember why. But I think he's a kick streamer. I don't know if he was on Twitch initially, but he is known. Oh, also the music is just at full blast. He is known for being a bit of a menace to society. He, I guess, first went to Japan, and I don't know what he was doing, but he would record himself like harassing people on the street. Daz, welcome in, Daz. You're not a menace. Oh, that dude, yeah. So he would like, I guess, harass people, and from what I heard, I guess a lot of the Japanese people didn't really like do anything to engage with him. Like they wouldn't, they just felt, you know, the Japanese culture generally is not very confrontational, so they like didn't, you know, they weren't happy about it, but they just kind of like, you know, ignored him or just kind of moved on. But then he moved to South Korea, and apparently has been doing the same thing. And I don't remember like how he's harassing them, but he's like just going up to random people and harassing them. Eventually, I guess I don't know if he was expecting for Koreans to be just as like non-confrontational, but someone then just straight up like punched him and like started beating him up. And it had become like after that point, it had become a thing where people who lived in like the same city would actually actively go out and look for him to go beat him up, like while he was streaming. In fact, other Korean streamers would like stream themselves going after him and trying to like find him and stuff. It's kind of wild, but now he is actually like staying in, well, I guess he has either been charged with something or has been arrested, but he is now facing like 10 years in prison, or like up to 10 years in prison based on all of this, but like over there in South Korea. So kind of wild to hear that, but I mean, he deserves it. He's been harassing people for years now. Also, that randomly made me remember, so the Japanese VA for the main protagonist in the Yakuza series also sings songs for karaoke in the games. He's a great singer. Oh, that's awesome. I have seen, like, I know there's karaoke in the game, but I've never, like, watched a full clip of it, because I'm like, eventually I'll get to it. But it seems wonderful, so I can't wait to figure that out. Can I pay you? Wait. Can I pay you to sign up? I teach you for free. Sassy doing crochet classes. But Daz, how are you? He was sitting. Oh, that's right. Yes, that's right. He was sitting mocking the statues there. Yes. I remember. Right. He did that. That was in South Korea. In Japan, he went to. Sorry, I hit my mic. In Japan, he went to like Hiroshima and Nagasaki and like was making fun of all of the, you know, atrocities there and stuff. Yeah, and that's right. I totally forgot about that. But yeah, he was making fun of a really like significant and meaningful statue over there in South Korea. Yeah, and so he's like, yeah. So anyway, it's one of those things. It's wild because we've talked several times now about other, like, actually mostly kick streamers who have gotten not in trouble. Well, some of them haven't gotten in trouble, but like have just been doing increasingly like worse and worse stuff for the sake of content. And it's like, is it worth facing a decade in prison? No, it's not. Like, why can't you just not do those things? It's so bad. It is. I think that's like the downside of the explosion of social media and content creation, and all of that is sort of like it makes people do stuff just for the sake of views, and it completely disregards other people, their feelings, or, you know, your own safety or other people's safety. And why would you intentionally be a menace? Yeah, and that's like so it's like to a point where it's just like, it's just being hateful. Like it's just like, there's no reason. Like, even if you were to just say, oh, it's a joke, or I'm just joking about this stuff, it's like, no, not really. like you're just being hateful to say that stuff. Stuck in the mentality that negative attention is still attention and better than nothing. Yes, 100%. Don't we have enough crap to deal with in this world, pouring out his noodles in the shop? Yeah. It's really lame, though. I wish others gave them no attention. 100%. I think that's the thing, is like, I know there's so many younger people who will still watch that content. I feel like older people who are mature enough are going to be like, why would I want to watch this? Or like, this guy's an idiot. Maybe there would be some fascination of like, I can't believe this is happening. Almost like watching like a train wreck happen, right? It's like, I kind of still want to see this. Like, so maybe that would be the only thing, even if they are like themselves actively like denying it. But like, it's still like not helpful that stuff happens. It's also a very toddler thing to do. Yes. Actually, Sassy, I was going to bring this up, but Hannah, I can't remember her last name. The girl who does all the anti-MLM stuff and whatever. Her influencer, her last influencer video, Influencer Insanity is the series. Alonzo, thank you. Her last Influencer Insanity video is about people who stayed in the evacuation zones in the like hurricanes that were not too long ago for the sake of views, and that kind of stuff. And it was also very interesting because there was like, some of them were getting like invites. Excuse me, I don't know why I'm so coffee today. Some of them were getting invites to be on like Fox News or whatever, like to do an interview like while they're there. And like in their TikTok lives and stuff, they're like, oh my goodness, like, you know, I'm gonna like, you know, they're getting, you know, we could evacuate, but like they asked me to be on the news, and you don't turn that down, and whatever. It's basically so bad, but I can't look away style content, 100%. Because I'm immortal and won't die in the flood, I roll. Yeah, well, and the thing is and a lot of the examples that Hannah gives in her video are like people with families, and it's like the influencer that was talking about that she got invited to be on the news. She has like 3 or 4 kids. A couple of them are like babies, like they're very young. Like toddler. I think she has one that's like straight up a baby, and then she has one that's like a toddler, and then maybe one that's like a couple years older or something like that. And she was like, they did not evacuate the whole family. Like they all stayed and this is like the zone where it's like it is not like there's a chance you might get hit by the storm. It's like you're on the coast, and you're sitting in a like what like you need to evacuate type zone. Like they're expecting this is going to get hit the hardest and whatever. And it's like she's putting, in that case, she's putting like other people in danger because of that. And so like that's the stuff that's really frustrating. And like, because yeah, you don't consider everything that could go wrong. And what's funny is like, and her excuse was like, oh, but you know, if we evacuate, it's gonna take like, the traffic's gonna be really bad. You know, we don't know if there's a lot of gas. Like, there's gonna be like a gas shortage, so like we're gonna be stuck in traffic for whatever. And the thing, and Hannah, I think, is a very good. She presents her arguments very well, and you know, a couple of things she mentioned is like, one, recognize that even the ability to evacuate somewhere is a privilege. Like, you have to have the means to be able to get somewhere, a car, gas, all of that stuff, a place to go. But she was like, one of the things that you have to consider is the word evacuation sounds very dramatic, and you think of like fleeing to another state or something like that. But really, in a lot of cases, it's just like getting out of that one sort of like area that they have marked. It could be like just going an hour away or 30 minutes away, trying to find somewhere to stay if you have, you know, a friend or, you know, family member anywhere else or whatever, but you just want to get out of the zone. Like that's, you know, and the lady, she was like, well, you know, it's going to be so rough. We're probably not going to be able to get anywhere and whatnot. But anyway, the day after the hurricane, they ended up like evacuating. They ended up going because their power was out, and so it was just too hot to stay there. And so she was kind of like, oh, so now that it's like when it posed a major inconvenience for you, that's when you're finally like, we're gonna evacuate. And they evacuated fine. So they didn't have like trouble. It wasn't like they had trouble finding gas or anything. Like, it was just sort of whatever. Yeah, they probably would have been stuck in traffic for a few hours, but whatever. I really don't like it when people use their kids for content and put them at risk just for views. I'm also the same. Even if they're not doing anything risky, I kind of am like, whenever it seems like the content is more about the kids, it feels scummy to me. It feels weird. So bad, then you put rescue services directly in danger because you can't follow the instructions. Yeah, that's also true. Because then, like, granted, I think for some of those, it's like, when they have like a mandatory evacuation, and that's kind of what it was for her. It's part of the warning is like, if you stay behind, rescue services will not come for you. Like because they're expecting so much flooding that it's like, we can't promise that if something goes wrong, they'll be able to help you out. Makes me so mad. I'm on the call CPS on these people's side. Yeah, I agree. I'm with you there. How can people be this self-centered? Yeah, and most places have shelters and things available for people that should evacuate. Grabs Ralph and is out the door. Yeah, Des would take no chances with my boy. Yeah, that's the thing is like, why risk it? Like, what are you getting by risking it? And that's the thing that she also points out and argues in the videos. For those people, they're like, but the views that I'm getting, and she looked at like some of their profiles and saw like, okay, before the hurricane, maybe they were getting like a few thousand views or, 10,000 views on TikTok or something like that. But then when the hurricane started happening, they started making this content. Now they're getting like 1 million views per video, and they're doing it out of like a business decision sort of deal, and not because of, and not considering their safety or the safety of others. And it's just like, come on. Did you see that poor dog tied up to a fence with rising water? I did not. That sounds terrible. Saw someone untied, took the dog, then afterwards they looked up the owner and charged him with animal cruelty. That's good, because yeah, that can't believe they would do that to a puppo in the first place. But I'm so happy that they got a new home now. Yeah, that's like. I can't imagine, like, even if for some reason you could not take the dog with you, leaving them tied up just outside or whatever would be the worst Like, that's just a terrible plan overall. Like, that obviously you would not tie it up. Yeah. Like, if for some, and I don't know what the situation would be, but it's like, if for some reason I had to evacuate, I don't have a dog, but it was like, and I can't bring a dog with me, then it's like, okay, well, like, think of options like, could I find a shelter or somebody else who is evacuating, that they can take them. If you have to leave them behind, like if you have an attic or something, if you have some like way to like get them as high up as possible, whatever. I'll sleep in my car with my cats. Yeah, I know, like, and that's one of the things. I think even Hannah says that to the effect of like, again, like evacuation and all that stuff is a privilege, and so like there are times where you're gonna have to like, there are times where some people might not be able to evacuate how they wish to, and so they may have to leave a pet behind. But I don't know. Now I saw so many videos of people like having to release their horses and things and wrote their name, number, and stuff on the horse. It was so heartbreaking. I hope they all get reunited. Yeah. Oh, and that makes sense. I was just thinking of pets, but then right, if you have like a farm or something, that it's like you can't load up Bessie in the in the Camry. So but yeah, I think honestly that's kind of why, to a degree, I know this is gonna sound extreme. I feel like to a degree this is why I don't ever see myself going to like a TwitchCon or something, is because you just know there's gonna be so many people there that's their like personality. That's their like, they're going to be the type of people who want that much attention, who are going to be very attention seeking, and are going to want, all eyes on them and whatever. And that just seems exhausting to me. And I'm just like, look, I'll go to the city that it's in, and if anyone wants to see me, I'll be at a museum or a coffee shop or something. But I think going to the convention wouldn't be very fun. Sorry, making myself sad. I need to take the boy out for his walkies. We'll be back. All right, Daz. And Phoenix, thank you so much for the lurk as well. I appreciate it. I think some people have Twitch personalities. I don't think all people do. Yeah, I agree. 100%. I think that's also like the people that I feel like we tend to circle with, like this community, and I feel like are more the like genuine, like real people. I when I go out and find people to watch, like I look for people who seem more just themselves and genuine, and don't seem like they're just trying to rile people up for views or whatever, or like are that extreme anyways. Like, I mean, sure, if they're trying to grow and whatever, that's fine, but like, I don't know. Now you can tell, and I think you can tell pretty fast if somebody's being just themselves and genuine, or if they're being I don't even know what you would call that. Like what, like I don't know how you would describe that personality, or like what you would, what name you would describe that to, but it's one of the reasons why, like, when I found YV's stream, I had only planned on popping in because it was his birthday, and I saw he had birthday in his title, and so I was just gonna say hello and happy birthday. And then I was like, oh wait, no, this guy's just really cool. This guy's just like, he's just very genuine and cool. I'm gonna stay here now. I'm here now. My aunt had to do this during the California wildfires. Thankfully, they now have a neighbor with a horse trailer that agreed to transport the horse should they have to evacuate again. Oh, that's so cool. That's awesome. That's a good neighbor. But yeah, I don't know. I do hate how, like, a lot of those people, their viewership is mostly like younger people, like kids, and they're a lot of them are probably going to grow up with an idea that behaving like that is appropriate or okay or whatever. And that's, that's not good. I'm sure many of them will be like, this is not, this is not okay. However, it's interesting how like a lot of streamers now are the celebrities to the kids. So instead of it being like, growing up being, the celebrities to me were like, Hollywood people or singers or whatever. Like it was sort of that. For a lot of kids now, their favorite celebrities are influencers on social media, are streamers, or content creators of some kind. And some of them, not all of them are bad, and some of them are probably great, role models, and some of them are going to be, have very helpful content, or that can even teach people things or whatever. We were talking about Rosanna Pansino a little bit ago. I don't really watch her stuff. I have watched some of her earlier, like when she was first starting, I watched some of her like cake baking videos and stuff. I am not a baker, but like I remember enjoying that content because it was positive, it was fun, and I could feel like I was learning something, even though I was like, I'm never gonna bake a cake like this. But I know now, like, if I wanted to, this is what I would do. And so like there are content creators like that are like, oh, this is helpful, this is like actually good stuff, it's fun to watch, it's very positive and whatever. But there are plenty of streamers that are more popular with kids, that because they're wild and funny and like, chaotic and whatever, and to them that's going to be their like celebrity and or role model, even if that's like not really what they would call them, but like they're gonna learn things from them, behaviors from them just by watching them, and it's not fun. An attention-seeking complex, yeah, that's for sure. I think that's definitely what we're talking about. 100% already happening, yeah, for sure. And it's a very difficult thing to correct now too. Can't imagine. The video of the little boy meeting Keanu Reeves at a con or something, saying he's his favorite and loved him in Toy Story, gives me hope. Oh, that's so adorable. I bet Keanu loved that. Keanu has had like a really sad life. I don't know if you guys have ever looked up his like life story, but he's had it very rough over the past like couple of decades. We had role models, they have influencers. The two things can sometimes overlap, but they are vastly different. Yeah. And I mean, like, people have always had like athletes and stuff as like role models, but I feel like growing up, I mean, not always. Like, there have been plenty of athletes who've been terrible role models. But like the ones that I remember growing up, like everyone loved Michael Jordan, and saw him as an inspiration, or I feel like there's plenty of like Olympics people that get a lot of notoriety for being, for having inspiring stories and stuff. And I feel like I know growing up, I remember people being like, oh yeah, like this person's my role model and whatever. But I feel like now, if you were to ask that, sure, I'm sure some celebrities, some athletes would be in there. But I feel like we now have a weird relationship with any kind of celebrity, because I feel like celebrities in the past also used to be a little bit more mysterious, and there was a mystique about them because you didn't really know anything about them besides their movies. You would see them maybe in an interview or something, but like, that was kind of it. That was how you would like, see what they were like and whatever. But now you have social media where even all the celebrities are on it, so you can follow them, you see their life, you see like their daily things, and it's so different. Or, and I say their life, you see their curated, content of their life. Which is what makes him even more amazing. Yeah, I agree, Emmers. Yeah, the fact that Keanu is like where he's at, and again, such a positive person. I knew somebody who used to work in like in Hollywood. He was a like an artist. He did like CG stuff. He said that he went to the like break room one day, got his stuff out of the refrigerator and closed it, and Keanu was just standing there. And he said he was just very nice. And so I was like, that's so good to hear. I love that, you know, he doesn't seem to really have like an ego about him, which is good. And I think maybe that's also kind of what we're talking about, is like egotistical people, like people who have inflated their ego so much that they feel like they're better than other people or deserve more attention or whatever. And you know, Keanu is very well off, and you know, is you know, he's been in some amazing movies and is incredibly popular, I feel like, across the board. I don't really know anyone who doesn't like Keanu. So he like could have multiple reasons to be that way, but the fact that he seems to, from what I've heard, seems to treat people, you know, well, regardless of who they are or whatever. I think that's wonderful. I'd love to meet him someday. Yeah, I feel like he'd be someone who would be very fun to meet, and I feel like he'd just be grateful, you know, to if you're like, I'm a big fan or whatever. He seems like someone who would just be like, oh, thank you, you know. But yeah, I don't know. That whole thing is so odd to me. I guess like it just, I don't know. People who are more egotistical and wouldn't treat people fair or the same way, just it always rubs me the wrong way. Again, that's why I think when I look for other streamers and stuff, I'm always like, who is this person? Like, do they seem cool? Do they seem like they're being themselves, or are they more egotistical or trying to be I don't know, where everything is kind of about them and whatnot. Robin Williams made production hire homeless people for every movie he was in. Oh, that's super cool. That's a really like awesome thing to do. He stayed out of the limelight for the most part. He goes to work, does his job, and then lives his extra life without seeking extra attention. And that's actually true. I feel like, even though Keanu, I feel like, is everywhere, like you see him just pop up in the most random things. Like on stage at like, was it the Game Awards? Where he was like, no, you're beautiful or something like that. He like pops up at random places, but like, I feel like he's not super connected to like social media and stuff. I don't even know if he has any like accounts. He's everywhere, but also not. And I think that's honestly good. I feel like a lot of the celebrities that are more well-adjusted are the ones who are not as present on social media. But I actually, so it's funny. Probably best for sanity. Yeah, for sure. I feel like for any of us, even being off of social media is wonderful. Speaking of Rosanna Pansino, I don't really watch a lot of her content, but I watched a video yesterday of, do you guys know what Air One is? Air One? Air One. Irwin. It's like a grocery store, I guess. That's like, is it like a really nice organic food place? Anyway, apparently they sell like smoothies, celebrity branded smoothies there. Hold on, what is this place called? I wonder, maybe it's just like a California thing. Air, EREWHON. Are they only in, 10 locations, all in Los Angeles. Okay. I see him do a couple YouTube shorts, like one with light sticks and one with a John Wick style cleaning. Oh, that sounds amazing. Keanu's just great. Okay, so yeah, Air One is a a small supermarket chain in LA, and I guess it's touted as being like super organic. It's super nice. It's like I guess a lot of the stuff that they have is like supposed to be even better than like a Trader Joe's or something like that. But I guess they sell smoothies that have like are in partnership with celebrities. So like Hailey Bieber, I think that's her name, and one of the Kardashians and other celebrities that were mentioned that I was like, I don't know who this is, but they all have like, it's the Hailey Bieber smoothie and it's the so-and-so Kardashian smoothie. But the smoothies there are like around $20. I think if I recall correctly, the Hailey Bieber one was like $20, and then the Kardashian one was like $23 to $24. Secret, welcome in. Which is like, that is absurd for a smoothie. And granted, it had like kind of unique ingredients in it. Air One, yeah. That's what we were talking about. But so I watched a video of Rosanna Pansino, and she was remaking the smoothies at home and trying to see like price-wise, what is the markup like? It's nowhere backwards. Is that what it is? Oh my goodness, that's so LA. That is incredibly LA. Oh my goodness. Anyway, for the most part, most of the smoothies she was able to make for like $10 or so cheaper than what they were doing, and she used the exact same ingredients. She said she also chose like better brands and stuff, so it wasn't like she was trying to skimp on like the quality of the things. But like a lot of the smoothies also had like collagen powder and other like other powders and stuff that like you wouldn't normally have in a smoothie. So like that's why some of it's like the cost is a little bit up, but she was like the markup is still wild. She was like, you could pay $23 for the smoothie, or you could make it home for like $8. So sea moss, yeah. I remember she said that at some point. I'm pretty sure, or maybe two letters are swapped, but that's the idea. Sea moss gel, yeah. Okay, so I remember. So she got her husband to try. She made a smoothie, and she also had the other smoothie there. And she would say, like, which one do you like better and whatever. And he said one of them tasted like a sea anemone, or like what he imagines one would taste like. And she was like, it's probably the sea moss. And I have never heard of that. And in fact, I think her husband was like, what is that? Why would you put that in a smoothie? But she also, what was interesting, and I thought this was fascinating, was that apparently they don't have, it has some like health benefit. I forget what it is. But anyway, at Air One, they do not have the what's that called? Like the, where it's like calories and sugars and whatever. They don't have that listed anywhere in the store. And they actually, on their online menu, they don't list that anywhere online either. The only way you can get it is through calling corporate. And so that's what Rosanna Pansino said, is she couldn't find it anywhere. She had to call nutritional content. Thank you. She had to call corporate in order to get it. And she said that even when she did do that, they were like, why do you want it? And she was like, because you have to legally provide it to me. But she said that, like, sure, like the, yes, like the smoothies have a lot of like health stuff. And she, to her credit, she's not a nutritionist, and so she didn't like talk about the smoothies from a nutritional standpoint, really, or like say like, is the benefit, does it like weigh, you know, does it, does the pros and cons weigh out? Is that what I'm trying to say? Anyway, but she did point out, she did read out the nutritional content for each one. And she was like, okay, yeah, sure. This has like a lot of stuff for you. The sugars are insane in all of them. And like the calorie content is insane for like one smoothie that was like even a large cup, like it was pretty small. She was like, the calorie count is the same as eating like 2 Big Macs, and you know, it's also misleading kind of, because they kind of position these smoothies as being like health smoothies and like very good for you, and like, you know, yeah, it's supposed to, I feel like the Hailey Bieber one is popping in my head now. It's called like the Hailey Bieber skin something, which actually sounds terrible for a smoothie, but like it's supposed to be like it's supposed to like help your skin health and whatever. And like, sure, there's probably some stuff, like some of the powders and stuff will probably help you there, but it's like, okay, yeah, they're adding a bunch of sugar and stuff so that it tastes better, and that's like, you're not getting as much of a benefit as you probably think, you know. Because otherwise you could put literally anything in the smoothie. Yeah, 100%. That's why you have to list those things. It's high fiber, low calorie, minerals, omega-3 and B12. I take a vitamin pill. Collagen is good for hair, skin, and nails. Yeah. I feel like a lot of my multivitamin stuff, sometimes they'll say like it has collagen, which is good for your hair, skin, nails, and stuff. So like that stuff is helpful. And I know they add it to the smoothies because they want that to be sort of like the twist, or like the marketing aspect of it is like, we can market this as a health smoothie if we put these stuff, you know, the stuff in there. But I wish I wonder if there's probably actually a nutritionist YouTube video where they kind of dissect that, because that would be interesting to see like what they say if the, you know, cost benefit, you know, ratio is all of that. But it seems like because the sugars are so high, maybe not. But I know like fruit smoothies in general will have a lot of high sugar because it's fruits are you know, sugary. They have sugars in them. But I think it's like added sugar is probably the issue. But anyway, but yeah, that was like one random video. I don't even know why. I've never been to Air One. Again, they're all in LA apparently. But I was just like, I got sucked into like, I don't know why I want to watch this video right now, but I do. So I watched all of it and I found it fascinating. And it was actually also cool to see her make the smoothies herself at home. And she shows you how to do that. Rosanna is very good at like the cooking. I mean, she's a cooking YouTuber, but like providing the recipe and walking you through the steps and like explaining what's happening. I feel like she's very good at that. So it was just a very interesting watch. I have no interest in making the smoothies at home. I've made smoothies at home. They will not be that complicated. The smoothies I make have like 3 or 4 ingredients tops. It's got, you know, it might have some, depending if it's like, if I'm using milk or water, you know, there will be ice, there will be fruits, maybe 2 fruits. Ooh, 2 different fruits in a smoothie, imagine. And then maybe some kind of powder of some kind. So I've done like some vegetable greens powder before. I've done, you know, protein powder or whatever. But you know, that's pretty much it. That's what a smoothie I make looks like. Brad! Welcome in, Brad. Peanut butter, almond milk, chocolate whey, banana, and ice cubes. That sounds good if I liked peanut butter. Bananas are just such a staple for smoothies. It's usually like I put bananas in something else. It's like strawberries, or I did peach one time. That was so good. Frozen fruit, frozen leafy greens, orange juice, banana. So good. Orange juice as like a, in a smoothie. Ooh, it tastes so good. There was one of the last times I was making smoothies, I got like a, you know, like in the supermarket, they usually have those like mixed fruit juices where it's like, it's actually like orange juice and apple juice and whatever. It's like a, you know, It's like a fruit blend. I got one of those and wow, it tasted so good. It tasted so good in the smoothie. Now I want a smoothie. I'm so sorry. We always talk about food here, and I apologize to everybody. Also, hello, Brad. How are you doing? How's your day? I hope you're having a fantastic day. How's work? How's the workies? Also, we can, I'll start turning on the game. And again, we'll just keep the music going. I feel like Lightyear Frontier is a bit like, you know, we can listen to the lo-fi and continue. If I feel fancy, I'll do a green juice, celery, cucumber, lemon. Ooh. Also, apologies. Lemon. I have not had lemon in a smoothie, but that sounds wonderful. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe if I bought a smoothie, maybe they added lemon, but I've not purposefully added lemon, but that sounds wonderful. I love lemony things. Leafy greens, a little bit of ginger. That sounds very good. Sassy Secret, Jets, Emmers, I think I saw up there too. Outrageous. You fancy. That sounds so good. I love a good smoothie. It can like... They're so... I feel like... I love a smoothie that feels refreshing. You know, like when you like have it, at the end of it, you're just like... We'll like keep a little bit of the music, but we want like... You know. But I like when you finish a smoothie and you're like, I feel refreshed by this.
Some seeds today, huh? Always good to have more crops in the harvest cycle.
Also, I turned down my brightness yesterday because I had a browser window open that was white, and I was blinded. So I had I was like, I'm gonna need to lower this. But okay, now I can see. Ooh, look, it's a mutated polyberry. We got our first mutated crop. Incredible. For work, I may have been called out on something as I was leaving. Oh no. That sounds terrible. What did it take very long to do? That is like... I hate that. I was asking someone about options for a contract, and they pushed it forward before I was able to confirm a decision by my senior. Oh, no. Oh, no. That sounds not good. Were you like, no, 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 no. I just left. You know what? Fair. I don't blame you. That's a tomorrow Brad's problem. IMO. Okay, wait. If we go to the seeds, we have more mutated stuff, right? Or no? Hold on. How is the new position going, though, Brad? Why can't I make this? I need 5. Oh, okay. Well, look, we'll make more of these. It's fine learning what people want. That can be a thing. Also, is there a, first person field of view? I kind of want to just make it a teensy bit larger, I think. Yeah, I feel like that's better for me. Yeah, spacious now. So these are our neighbors. So that's like a merchant, and then this is like a gardener person. Ulf, I think is his name. I guess he's working on some kind of science project involving plants, and so we're like growing mutated vegetables for him. But the farm life is going good. But yeah, I don't think we don't go anywhere. So we don't have any spaceships. But apparently, I actually saw today there's an update for this game coming out soon where I guess already your mech has different. You can unlock different modes of like transport or like I think there's like a tractor mode where it like turns into a tractor basically. There is. They're gonna have one that's like more of I think like a vehicle, like so you can travel around faster, which is kind of cool. Okay, these are mutated. Let's put those there. Water those. Water those! That's not what I meant. Oh, right. How was the walkies? Carrot oil. Can we make more? Do we have any other seeds? Rabbage. Oh, I guess we can make some. Ooh, or... Hot, so very hot. 28 degrees at the moment. Heading to 36. Yeesh! That is hot. Wow. That is very hot. That is wild. Goodness. Do you have to, like... Are there, like, things you have to do for, like... walking a dog in that type of heat, or like are there accessories you have to buy? Because I was thinking about like here it gets so cold that a lot of people who have dogs, they have to get like special like paw gloves so that they so that their paws aren't like touching the ice and stuff. Yeah, don't like dogs in that type of heat. Fair. That's a good point. Also, apologies that I didn't start ads, but it just started. My bad. Booties. Yeah. They have, it's just like little things, and it's supposed to keep their paws, safe from the cold. So I didn't know if they made something like that, but I was like, wouldn't like... I mean, maybe not. I don't really know how heat distribution works in a dog, but I was like, if you put them in little booties in the heat, wouldn't that be like... Wouldn't that make it hotter, Kind of stick to grass and stuff, but if we were to be outside, we'd be totally doing something like that. I guess that's fair. Also, I guess, yeah, walking on grass is probably better than, like, concrete and stuff. So is there anything here? We do have these. Okay. Boop. Boop, boop. All right. Water D's. That's large. All of our seed stuff. I would not sit at a pub with Ralph in the seat. Oh yeah. Have you ever watched Portlandia, Daz? What else? I need to gift any mutated plant to Ulf. Restore yellow forest. Oh, right. Portlandia. It was a sketch show featuring Fred Armisen and Carrie Brownstein, maybe is her name. It's about Portland, Oregon, and like the people that you meet there. And Portland is very weird. The show is incredibly accurate to the type of people that you find there. I have not been to Portland, but I have been to Austin, Texas, which is considered to be Portland's like their weird cousin. And a lot of the people that I experienced in Austin were very much like Portlandia, and anyone else who's been to Portland, who's watched Portlandia, has said it's incredibly accurate. But but you would sit at a pub without Ralph in this heat. I think Des just likes sitting at pubs. There is a I wonder if I can find it. It's an incredibly funny show. It's no longer airing, but if my boy can't hang with me, I stay home. Oh, that's adorable. Portlandia dog. Wait, let me see. Hold on. Okay. Well, I don't know. Okay, so warning. I don't know if there's anything, like, not family friendly in this clip. I don't think there is. I don't recall. Sometimes Portlandia can really surprise you. So I don't fully... Yeah, I don't fully remember. But anyway, there's this great sketch, and it's about someone leaving their dog out in the heat. Or like abandoning their dog or something like that. I can't remember. Maybe it's not the heat. But you'll see. You'll all see. Hold on, I'm downloading it right now. Hold on, let's see. Okay. So, this is such an aside. Like, it... Speaking of clips, Jet, yes. Yes. Okay, hold on. It might be loud for a second. I'll try to pause it. Pause! Okay. Aw, look at little Super Ralphie. Okay. The clip is called Overbearing Dog Rescue. Again, I don't fully remember. A warning, I don't remember what the full content of this clip is like. I'm also gonna flip it just to be safe. So some of the text is gonna be backwards. Apologies. But I hope this the whole show is like this. So it's different sketches. The main characters are played by Fred Armisen and Carrie. I can't remember her last name. And they play multiple characters throughout the show. And there's no context really for each scene. It's just like typically in each episode, each skit is like itself. And then it doesn't really relate to anything, or maybe there's like an overall theme, but it's like not, you're not missing any context for this. Gosh. a dog portion of it. She's good. She My goodness. Anyway, Portlandia is a hilarious show. Highly recommend checking it out. It's so good. It is so. There are some scenes or some sketches that are. I'm afraid I would be this person. You know, it's so good. I absolutely like. Gosh, there's so many really funny sketches. There's one of my favorite ones is they're both working at they're playing different characters, but they're both working at like a museum, like a children's museum, and they're supposed to be telling the story of Lewis and Clark and Sacagawea and like discovering and mapping out more of America and all of that. And they're like, it's just the two of them playing Lewis and Clark, and they're just like talking to a non-existent person who's supposed to be Sacagawea, and they keep in their story as they're like acting it out in front of the kids. They keep on saying that like Sacagawea is ignoring them, and so like most of the skit is them just repeatedly trying to get her attention. Say Sacagawea. Sacagawea. Protect the dog, but I'll tie the kid up. Yeah. I don't know what to think anymore. The thing is like a lot of the like those, I mean, it's kind of extreme, but like the personalities that you see in the show are just so accurate, at least from my experience of Austin. But I've heard it's like for people who have been to Portland, they say it's like 100% like it is like a documentary of what Portland is like. I know that was comedy, but I had a parent like that years ago. Took more interest in any stray dog than she did her own 2-year-old. Oh no. Art imitates life, sassy. The school I was working at closed at 6 p.m. This little boy wasn't picked up until 8. We were this close to calling the cops and declaring him abandoned. That's pretty wild. Yeah, that's very, that also has to be like, well, too, I guess so they're kind of not super aware, but like if they were any older, that would be very like, where is my mama? Okay, actually now I have to show you guys the Sacagawea clip now. You're making me do this. Why are you making me do this? Why are you making me show Portlandia clips? But you're making me do this. It's definitely, I did not bring this upon myself. You did it. I love Fred Armisen. I think he is so funny. His delivery for things are just so like believable and like I don't know. I just believe that like he is whatever character that he's playing. Pause. And all right, let's see. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Where is this? Okay. Put that here. Do a little flippy flip. Here we go. Goodness. Anyway, it is, gosh, if you need just like a fun show that you can watch in little bursts, highly recommend. They have so many clips up on YouTube and I love it. It's one of my favorite shows. It ended a few years back. There's a few seasons. The first few seasons don't have like much overarching story at all. The last couple of seasons, they tried to like have episodes that either had themes or like connected characters, and you know, they actually had some of the characters start like mingling together. It's very well done. I remember back then, I think I liked it. It's so good. It's just, I love it so much. Okay, what am I doing? Right, I need to give a mutated flower thing.
Hello there.
Wait. Oh, that's something else. Okay. Ulf. I have a mutated crop for you.
My sincere thanks.
Oh, that's it. Okay. He's not going to say anything else. Oh, there we go. Nope, that's it. How's it going? Friendship increased. Ah, yes, I've been studying that crop you gave me. Comparing it to an unaffected counterpart, I believe we may be looking at a 1 in 5 chance of a mutation occurring. I need to run more tests to confirm, but I am also interested in furnishing this outpost a bit more. Would you be able to lend me a hand? Sure.
Right then.
Okay. Plant fiber and stone. We should be able to do that. I hate that it's like... It can't, let's try to see if we can move these closer. It felt more like SNL. It is. It very much is, because it's like mostly just sketch comedy. And I think that's why it's like really easy to, oh, right, you can't move it when, that's so dumb. You can't move stuff when it has items in it. I think that is done. We need stone. I think just regular wood, and I think plant fibers. Over encumbered? Yeah, well, whose fault is that? Gosh, I loved that show.
How do you do?
I like it that I just like point to things and it gets made. Oh, we're actually short. Let me put this stuff here. Let me do some choppies. Doing train things. Have a good stream if you're not on when I get home. All right, Brad. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you have a wonderful, safe trip home. Have a good one. Let's see here. What are you gonna do for your birthday, Daz? I assume birthday stream. Surely. Play games! Yes, we love to hear it. That's not too loud, is it? Do I need to lower this? I do. Bye. I love the sky in this, like the planets and stuff. They look so good. All right.
Hello, hello.
It is done.
Huh? Oh, you're too
Thank you for the
kind.
assistance. It is very much appreciated. I've considered venturing out on more excursions to find out what more this fascinating planet could offer. And to then be able to come back home to this comfortable outpost is quite a privilege. Okay, so we'll need to... Let's trade some sprouts. Is this like he gives me these? Right. Yeah. Okay. So we have to give him mutated stuff. I feel like it should be the opposite. I want him to give us mutated things, but I guess we're growing them, so whatever. Oh, it also said I needed to get
Hopping
out
for
of the
some
mech.
fresh air.
Paint gun. Ah, this is what this is. Oh, I see. Oh, that's kind of cool. Do I have other I have paint elsewhere. That's pretty neat. So you can like you can decorate your whole thingamajig. Encampment. It's pretty neat. I guess we might as well actually hold on. I was gonna say let's go to sleep, but we needed aluminum electronics for something. Let me see what that was.
Stretching the legs, huh?
Well, that'll be super fun, Daz. Speed. Right. We need 3 more copper wire and more carrot oil.
Time for some action.
Oh, you know what? I bet I can just go to that computer. I bet I don't have to even, like, attach to it. Anyway. 3 more of that. Okay. We're making as much as we can. So we need more carrots. I feel like we're gonna get one of those hazards this next day. Tomorrow, by the way, I think we'll be playing Chicken Police, because Chicken Police releases tomorrow.
Morning. Hope you had a good night's sleep. Since
So I
it's
hope you guys
raining
are ready
today,
for that.
You won't have to water your crops. Why don't you sow some more seeds? They'll also benefit from the rain.
What is that? So, Chicken Police is a series. Well, it's now a series. We played the first game. It is a visual novel style game, mystery, and it's so good. But it's like, actually, we'll take this. Gosh, it's like, the way it works, because it's like, it's mostly like pictures, or like it's not like animated characters. So it's like all the characters look like a picture of a human body, and then the heads are animals. And so it's like, so the Chicken Police is Marty McChicken and something Featherland. Sunny Featherland. And you are the Chicken Police. You're like a duo, and you solve crimes. And the first one was about someone's murder. And you all live in Clawville. There's a lot of like animal puns and whatever. It's so good. I loved it. The first one's all like in black and white and stuff. It's very cool. It has like a very noir detective feel. This one is this one's called Into the Hive, and it's kind of continuing their story. But since the first game, they've actually been like expanding the universe of games. So there's actually like a coffee talk style game where you're one of the other characters named Zip. He's a raccoon, and he like has a coffee shop, and so you're playing as him, and you have customers come in, you have to make them coffee, but you're hearing sort of like a story that's going on. I think there's like a beat 'em up game that's coming out in the same universe, and then there's another visual novel coming out where it takes place on a train, and it's called Last Train to Clawsville. We played the demo for it a bit ago, and I cannot wait for that one to come out. It looks good. There's actually a Australian character in that game named Baz, I think, right? Because his name is like Basil, and he's now my favorite. I can't wait. Painted Red, yeah, Painted Red is the first one. unlocks in 13 hours, 24-hour stream. Baz, yeah, because I think his name was Basil. And he's like, I think his name maybe pops up as Basil, but then he was like, you can call me Baz. And then I was like, is he Australian? And it then hit me, he's a wombat also, I think. So I was like, oh, this is great. But I loved the first Chicken Police. I don't know if it's your style of game, Daz, to stream, but if you end up being interested in it, I really enjoyed the first Chicken Police. It's very good. But yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, Into the Hive releases tomorrow, so we'll stream that. We'll start that. It'll be a Jet After Dark. Those games have like, well, we'll snooze these at. Thank you, Emmers. I'll watch you play. Fair. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm very excited too. It will be a Jet After Dark because, yeah. Oh, and also there was well, I'll have some warnings for tomorrow. The first game does have like a bit of like it's inner universe racism, I guess. Like, cause there are people, some of the animals there, cause like it's kind of like Zootopia sort of, where it's like you have people who are like predators and prey and that kind of stuff, and that sort of has like, that plays into it. But like in the first game, you learn that most people are pretty prejudiced against the insect people, and this game is mostly going to take place in the hive, which is where a lot of the insects live, or like the, you know, they're mostly human looking, but they just have like a bug face. I already have 90 games I gotta finish. Gonna play more Life is Strange next? Oh, that's so good. I love that. Yeah, we have too many games here as well. I've been trying to slow down the amount of games that I've been getting codes for. Trying to be pickier. So that way, we keep running to the issue where I'm like, we have too many games. But I think also, especially for the end of this year, trying to slow it down, because we'll actually play Zelda, I think, starting in December. So we don't want things getting in the way of that again. It's gonna be something like Nintendo just launches the Switch 2 in December, and so then it cuts into Zelda time or something. Zelda? What is Zelda? Might as well get some copper while we're here. And better yet, oh, and they release Animal Crossing with it. Yeah, so it's like for sure we don't play anything else. Gosh, that'll be interesting when they do release it, like at the next Animal Crossing, because we might turn it to an Animal Crossing stream again for a bit. Depending on like what they, I'm actually going to be very interested to see. Lurk, lunch cooking time. Cacio e pepe noci today. I definitely know what that is. I hope that sounds very good though, Daz. Hope you have a good one. Yep, totally. Understand. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting. Like, do we fully go back to just streaming that? Also, I can't fit through here.
Stretching the legs, huh?
What is this? Ah. Right. I will be curious. Oh, my brother did his first IRL stream in Thailand last night. The place he's at is pretty neat. Oh, that's awesome. That's super cool. Did he have like any issues like streaming, or like how did it did it go? I feel like IRL streaming would be so difficult. What was I gonna say? Oh, I also wonder if they are going to take into account how popular things like villager hunting was online. Because I could actually see them go one of two ways. Either they are aware that it was a popular thing to do online, or I could see them just removing it because they don't care and being like, yeah, well, in this one you're not an island, so we're not gonna you know, we're not gonna have you villager hunt, or like, I don't know. It'd be like, what will the Animal Crossing streamers do if they can't villager hunt? I'm gonna just use that skin. He was a little choppy. I think he said he was gonna get a SIM card. Ah, okay. Yeah, I feel like that stuff would be so difficult. Oh, these take 4? Goodness. Hungry little aminals. Oh, look, they're glowing. Very cool. I'll say I think I would be surprised if they got rid of villager hunting. Yeah, I think it makes sense for them to keep it, especially from like it was very popular for streamers to do, and I think people watched a lot of that content. But I am also curious, like, does Nintendo care about that, you know? They might not care at all. Now, I wonder, will I be able to feed them from here? Yeah, I can. Nice. We've not fed a full, like, area on the same day before. Kind of want to try to see if we can do that. I feel like they kind of listen sometimes. Yeah. I sometimes they do, and then I feel like sometimes they like do something in spite, just because they know they can, you know. That, like, I could see them just taking it away because, I don't know. They also have, like, kind of a weird...
Stunning up close.
They kind of have, like, a weird relationship with, like, content creation, so...
Poor thing. Your mech scared the daylights out of him.
Ooh. There's a bunch of these here. Carrots. Very pretty. The water doesn't look good right there on my Steam Deck. Can I? Let's see what happens. Graphics. What is that like? Is that motion blur? What is that? Why do you look like that? You see how, like, the water looks kind of, like, blocky and funny? I wonder what setting... Is it just a low texture? But we're on high. What happens if we switch it to... Wait. What's frame breaking? It is a bit choppy. it is a bit choppier. I do see that. Looks very good though. Like, I mean, if we're sitting still, it does look quite good, doesn't it? I mean, they gave us gardening, cooking, and bigger storage. That's true. They did also, like, expand how many like pattern slots, right? They increased that like once, didn't they? They should have increased it like a ton more, but oh, I don't know what that is. We'll just keep it back in line. So I feel like it runs pretty well. Didn't they do that once or no? Maybe I'm wrong. I might be misremembering. It has been a while. Whee! Oh. Good landing. Maybe they didn't. Whatever they do, though, for the next one, I really hope they, like, I don't know. I hope they listen to player feedback, and I also really hope they have a team dedicated to providing more content for it. Because I think they know people will pay for that. I will say it will be interesting because they have a lot more competition now. Like, the Animal Crossing style of game has, like, is this not? There we go. Has, like, become more common. You have to buy the Pro Editor app. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Right.
Why, hello.
More hair roots. Yeah, I really hope they have a dedicated team to creating some content. And, like, I think they know now also that people will, like... I mean, not that I want them to be, like... just trying to sell a bunch of DLCs to us, but I think they know that people will, you know, there is interest in that type of stuff, so I don't know. They gave you another 50 slots, but it was never enough. Yeah.
Good to see you.
It really was. It's never enough. Oh, whoops, there goes ads. Okay. Oh, is it making anything? No, it's not. I'm just standing here for nothing. Good. Okay. We have all of this. All of these are doing their thing. This is... Are you ready? I think you're ready. Yeah, you are. Let's put a carrot, sliced carrot. Is there anything else we should build? Ooh. Polyberry trophy. Yellow crystal dust. We have some jars. We still need to build this, right? Looks around. Yeah, I don't think we built this. This is a lot taller than I was expecting. Noise? Okay, so this is how you make things. Sure. Let's make one of each of these. Maybe we'll unlock some good stuff. Some, like, new builds. Oh. I really need to, like, organize this better. Or build somewhere else and just, like, start from scratch. Because I feel like I've sort of... I haven't done a good job of organizing this. It's not very, like, nice looking. Guess we can store some things. Actually, let's see. We need more. Oh, carrot oil. Right, so we're gonna have to wait a few days. Should I make anything else while I'm here? Should I make some plant oil just in case? I wonder if also, like, if I sleep, will all this be done? It might be. Let's try it. Extra resources restored in this region. So I wonder if it's all back now.
Rise ain't shy, excellent farmer. Since it's raining today, you won't have to water your crops. Why don't you sow some more seeds? They'll also benefit from the rain.
Storming. So many carrots. It's like, it's really storming out there. Alright. Did we... A furnace, color mixer. Yeah, for real, yeah. The thunder sounds, I mean, very real. I don't mind it. It's very relaxing. Clay. Do I know how to make clay? Is that a thing I know? I do? Clay. Ah, you need stone dust for that. Ah, I see. Okay, well then... How much do I need? I need 12. Okay. So we need 10 more. Yeah. They told me to evacuate. I know. We gotta get out. We gotta get out of here. As I was just talking about that. It's very funny. Do I have... Yeah, I have seeds. There we go. So I only have 7. I feel like I should have way more. Oops. I missed. We'll grow the rest of the stuff. Oh my gosh. I just got a vanity outfit in Terraria where I can look like Toad from Mario. Oh, amazing. The best. Okay, I guess we'll throw these in here. The price on Polyberry is up. But we need it to need it for upgrades. Can I look at the upgrade thing without hooking my mech into this? Nope. Okay. I was hoping it could at least, like...
Don't forget where you parked it.
Alright. So... I was looking to do sprint speed. I need to figure out how much carrot oil do I have total. I feel so short. We have 31 right now. And we need... $39? 36. Okay, so we should be able to get this because we should have enough copper wires somewhere. There's one. Really should have. I should really organize this. Wait, did I thought I made like five. Oh, maybe I used some of the copper wire? I did. That's what it was. Okay. So I'll have to make more. I think we have enough. Whee. Well, please. I think we just need one more. I love that like mechanic. All right, we have enough. Excuse me. We have enough. Upgrade coil line. Okay. Next, we should upgrade the vacuum. We need 9 carrot oil and 5 more wire. That's actually much more doable. How much do we have now? 0. That's such a good email. I love it. Honestly, I think one of the only reasons why I would want to get partner is because of it. We would get even more emote slots, even though we have we still have a few left that I haven't used. And part of it, I feel like, is because we're about we're running out soon. Part of me is like, if I don't want to use them all up, because then I'll have to start removing ones to you know, keep it going. Oh yeah, all the emotes, right? It'd be so much fun. New ARAM map out today? Oh, that's awesome. That's right, because it's all arcane stuff, right? The new champ seems OP? Question mark? I feel like... Oh, there we go. I was like, I thought... it didn't give anything to me. Yeah, she seems quite OP. I watched the champion spotlight or whatever, and I was like, I don't really know what's happening, but it seems seems like a lot. I'm actually interested that they, it's interesting that they made her a character from Arcane. Also, supposedly, each season of Arcane costs $250 million, making it, the most expensive animated show ever. Supposed to a whoops pick? Oh no, what is that? Oh, those are the beads! Oh no. Uh-oh, Emers. Well, looks like you have a little project for the next little bit. That is, I feel like, uh-oh, my bad. I feel like I end up accidentally dropping food a lot. In the kitchen, and that's, every time, I'm like, no! Oh, give me one. Okay, so we'll have to wait for tomorrow for the next upgrade. That's okay. I think I should... What if... Build... Oh. A large plot. Oh, look at that. Weather station. Right, I forgot that was a thing. Brick fence. A garden gnome.
Really feels like you've got a vision here.
Aw. Okay. Bush pot, basic pot. Okay. I put this like here. Kind of more central. Hopefully. Just throw everything in there. So now we can do build. Cycling mode, relocate. There we go. Perfect. I don't know what we did with geo shards. At least I vacuumed my craft room today. There was a bunch of dried bits of clay on the floor before. Oh yeah, that would have made it much worse. Power core. Oh. Oh. Interesting. Advanced furnace. We need 8 noxious spores. And at least it was one. Oh gosh, yeah, that would be awful. If it was more, because that you'd have to sort all that too. That'd be no fun. See pics of people with their projects bumped onto the floor, or their organizers falling to the floor, and literal tens of thousands of beads. Oh no. That would, oh gosh, what would you even do? That would take so long to then sort through. I guess you could just like... Look at the plants rotating. I guess you could like just pick them all up, put them in a bucket, and then turn on a movie, and then just sit there just sorting through each one. That's what I do, yeah. It'd make the most sense, because you're like, well, I have to sort through these anyways. And it's going to take a while. I might as well just, you know, knock it all out. Alright. Sleep. Found some anime and sort my beat buckets I've had sitting around for forever. That sounds like the best way to do it.
Morning. Hope you had a good night's sleep. The weather's real nice.
Oh, I guess I should.
Let's get out there and seize the day.
Since yeah, it's true. You do have the time. When did you say you're going back for like sort of like an evaluation? Ooh. Mutated Ravage. The 3rd. Okay. Nice. Oh, I am faster. I just realized. Wait. Look at me go. I do feel a lot zoomier. That's nice. We'll be able to cover more distance this way. When he comes in, I need to give him that. Do I have some seeds here? Got some carrots. Good. Whoops. Oh, gosh. I love that despite being in a mech, like, this game is very, like, chill. And this week I was like, I just want to play a game that I don't have to, like, do a ton of reading or, like, a ton of thinking, because I know, like, Chicken Police, granted, I want to do a lot of reading, because it's voice acted, but still. I was like, it's going to be, like, more of a thinking game. It's going to be more, I don't know. Right now, I'm playing phone tag with the disability people, and the doctor's office was supposed to update the disability people on how much longer to extend my disability since it ended this week. Call the disability people and are like, yeah, we haven't gotten anything from them. Oh my goodness. That is terrible. You need to hunt them down. Do they not know how important this is? Because that's like, gosh. Come on. That's pretty wild. I hope that gets resolved soon. Vacuum Harvester Power 1. Next we'll need more Ravage Oil and red crystal dust. Honestly, dealing with them is worse than dealing with the surgery and the healing. Oh no. Ain't that the truth? I feel like that makes sense. Like having to deal with like offices and like jumping through those hoops and stuff, that's not fun. Ever. But yeah, I hope that gets resolved pretty fast, because I don't know. That's just like an added stressor, you know, that you don't really need. So I guess we can go get some seeds. Yeah, it's like if they would just handle this, you just have a lot less to worry about. I think that's sometimes the worst, where you're like, okay, can you just do your job, please? Why are you walking around? What if I was looking for you? Felt the same when working with the workers' comp people. Oh yeah, I bet that can be tough. I've never had to like work with them before, but I'm sure it is sure it is not easy. Where did I get did I get those Rabbages before? Oh, over here. Ah, okay, that's where I need to go then. And it's just like, if I could do it myself, I would, but unfortunately, I have to rely on you, I know, to get paid. Yeah, I hate that too, because you're then just like, it's just bottlenecked into when an office can do something, or... And it's like, okay, if I could do something, that would be wonderful. I love when, like, if you have to get something done, and they have, like, an online portal that allows you to, like... basically do it yourself. It's so nice. And I feel like, I mean, honestly, it's probably like surely they enjoy that more too, because they don't have to then do the work, but oops. Where am I? Trying to remember. I guess the last time I really worked with customer service is when I was trying to get my Final Fantasy game in. You guys remember how much that was just pulling teeth. It's really going to be upset. I'm really going to be pretty mad if I call the disability people tomorrow and they still haven't gotten anything. Yeah, that'll be 100%. Have you talked to the office today to see if, like... Oh, that's a bush. That's not what I'm looking for. Yeah, I called them today. Okay. Yeah, then hopefully tomorrow. Then called the doctor's office and they'd be like, where are these cabbages? Should I get these while I'm here? Worst case scenario, I can like sell these if we have too much. I feel so speedy. Well, we haven't gotten any paperwork to do since September, and I'm just like, yeah. When I was there Friday, I told them very specifically that the disability people only needed updated medical records and no new paperwork to fill out. The lady's just like, huh? Oh gosh. That sounds like also so easy for them then. If they don't need to, like, send any new paperwork. If you don't hear anything tomorrow, you need to just go to the office and be like, I guess I'll have to do this myself, Thanos snap. Because, yeah, that sounds terrible. Oh, I guess you know what we should do this stream? We should go to the little, like the special area here. I've just completely ignored it. She's just like, I guess I'll just send a doctor's note. And I'm like, yes, please. That's really all I'm asking you to do. Yeah, I'm seriously gonna go down there and just ask for a copy if they tell me they haven't gotten anything. Yeah. Because, yeah, that's so dumb. I was thinking about, because Yvy, his back is hurt. I was thinking about just like when I hurt my foot earlier this year, and how just like awful that felt. And I was like, I can't even imagine what it's like to like hurt your back that bad, because like I was pretty much out of commission, you know, and I hurt my foot. Whereas, you know, your back is your back. And like I could try to like, when I needed to move, I could try to avoid moving my foot, even though like it still hurt a lot, and it was like, yes, it was painful, and really moving around at all was just difficult. But these are still, yeah, I watered these, right? Yeah, I did. Oh, actually, that one's not watered. So I was like, yeah, I can't even imagine, you know, what that must be like, because you can't. It's like you can't. Your back is pretty central to to everything. So, like, trying to, you know, deal with that must be, I don't know, just super tough. So I was like, I hope. Told him if he needs anything, let me know. Even though I know I'm in Alaska, but still. Oh, this is what we're going for. We need 2 more Ravage Oils, and we should have enough red crystal. Yep. Do we have any cabbages growing? We do. Carrot. Rabbage. We have 4 rabbages. We'll have to, next time we'll have to make more. But yeah, that has to be, I don't know, that has to be very tough.
Good morning, sleepyhead. Remember to harvest any crop that has become fully grown today. No use in waiting for that sweet reward any longer than needed.
Oh, I know. Okay. Noxious bubbles!
This.
This time we at least are like near water, so when we get away from my crops. Refill, refill, refill. No! Okay, we got it in time. Nice. Ooh!
I knew you could do it.
Really can't. I wonder when we unlock the barn. I'm really looking forward to that. Okay, let's plant some. Yeah. Ravages. At this point, I should probably build another like farm plot, but we're just playing like a dragon. Gaiden, There are 7 Yakuza games leading up to this game. He hasn't played any of them? Oh boy. I still want to play those, but I want to start at the beginning.
All nice and watered.
Cause yeah, I feel like I need to get the full thing. Number 5. Oh no. Oh boy. Yeah, I was actually thinking about it yet again just the other day, and I was like, I want to play those, but I know it'll be a lot of work and a lot of reading out loud, because I know it's Japanese voiced, but okay. Also, we're gonna run ads, so we'll take our break now. But if you need to stand up, stretch, etc., now's the perfect time to go do so. And we'll be back here in just a few minutes. So BRB.
This is your time, Jetpack Gang. Stand up, move around, grab a snack, hydrate. The stream will resume in just a few minutes.
And welcome back. I love seeing that little guy there. Okay, what we need to do is we didn't get any more Rabbages, as we can't finish crafting that, so let's yeet as much as we can into here for now. Let's go explore this whole thing before I forget. I figure because we won't be back to Lightyear Frontier for a little bit. So we've got that, and then we've got other games after Chicken Police, so it's going to be a little while. Oops. Okay, because yeah, there's like this stuff. Spike saw.
Nice find.
Okay. Oh. The music? Is musicking?
I wonder what this could be.
Secret! Welcome back, Secret. How are you?
What a curious object.
That's quite curious. We need 6 more. Need to make dinner. What's for dinner? There you go.
What a fascinating discovery.
Is this something? Oh, interesting. Resource.
What a curious object.
What do we get from this? Oh, it's just plant fiber. I thought we were gonna get like some mushroom thing, but that's just like grass. Lame.
What a fascinating discovery.
3 more. Oh. Okay. Tofu and broccoli and the sticky sauce. Ooh, that sounds nom nom.
I wonder what this could be.
I don't know what I'm gonna have for dinner. Oh, it's a pine corn. I tried to get one of these earlier and it was too high up. Nice. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna have for dinner. I mentioned to Wivey maybe because he's like bedridden. I know he's been watching movies. I said maybe I'd like oh hello, order something and then maybe watch a movie in Discord or something, because I'm sure it gets, you know, annoying to just be lying there by yourself watching movies. I mean, that would also be very relaxing, but I'm sure like when you're forced to do it, it's probably not as fun. Where's another one of these thingies? If I was... Maybe they're over here? Yep. So if I order food, I don't know what I'll get, but...
can't wait to analyze this.
Uno mas. Where are you? Oh. It's probably like, I don't know. I feel like it's probably right in front of me and I don't see it. Could it be like close to the door, maybe? Alright, I assume this is the door. Let me hop into the mech. Maybe I'm like too short to see it.
Let's skedaddle.
We move this way, because this is kind of like the front of the area. Nope. Could it be... I'm stuck. Don't think so. This looks like it's considered like outside of that little zone, but yeah. Pretty much spent the whole day doing this. Keeping an eye out. Looking for like purple rock looking thing, and it usually has like a little bit of a shine or like a little light on it. This is too far. Ouch. Oh, is that it? No, is that just rock? Shady!
Time for some manual labor.
Shady, welcome in. How are you? Oh, I think I was just looking at, like, that stuff. Oh, gosh. How have you been? Whoops. I think I've gone too far. Is it, like, hiding over here somewhere? We went in that cave. I'm doing good, doing good. Really need like a... Oops. Like we need like a scanner or something so I can find just this last little... Shady!
Get out.
Get out! No, you get out. Thank you so much for the $10. Shady. Getting us closer to our goal. 2,773. Oh my goodness. You're like, it's kind of wild to me how like, I don't know. I feel like we're honestly not that far away. Yeah, look at that, so perfect. Shady, I don't know if you've seen these before. I was trying to find Australia like emotes and things, and so I went onto BTTV, which is like a place where you can get like a bunch of random emotes and stuff. And I searched for Australia, and this cracked me up. all of the Australia emotes were just normal emotes, but just upside down. Like, the majority of them were like that. So it's like any common emote, it's just an upside down version of it. And I was like, that's actually kind of hilarious. I don't know how how so many people have like caught on to that meme, but it's like, I mean, I know people always joke about Australia being upside down, but like on this one website, everyone being like, sweet, anything that it has Australia as a part of its name, it's just going to be that thing, but upside down. But Shady, thank you so much. Thank you so much for getting us closer. It's incredible. I every day I feel just more and more like I want to go there. Actually, especially recently. Not me yesterday being like, how can I move to Australia? But Shady, thank you so much for the $10. You know that's a dangerous thing, though. You know that is a very, very dangerous thing to do here, even though we appreciate it, because, and this is going to be, let's see if I fix the thing, because yesterday it was super borked.
Suddenly, things
I won't be typing
quiet.
frogs as I want to succumb to his beak
Outside,
clutches.
Trees rustle and sway.
We welcome the beak gifter.
A breeze tugs at your hair as you feel the ground below you shake.
Oh no?
Oh no.
What could it be?
You know what it is.
I do?
Big gifter.
It's a big gifter. Shady, thank you so much for the $10, getting us closer to our Australia goal. No, it just doesn't like this for some reason. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It just, something has changed. It does not seem to like. Oh gosh, it really, it is. I don't know what has happened to my stream. It does not like. I don't know what it is. Is it like? It's so broken now. I wonder if maybe it's because I updated it to the beta. I don't know what it is. It does not. Oh my gosh. I'm still looking over at my iPad. It's still trying to catch up. There may be more of a delay now in the stream. What have I done to the stream? Okay, it is also. I don't think it's the new source. What happened? Surely it's that I'm in the beta, the 31 OBS version 31 beta. That's the only thing that's like really changed. Gosh. Anyway, Shady, thank you so much. What happened? I wonder if. Hold on. I want to see if it's the video or if it's like. Okay, it's not doing it here. It has to be the spamming of emotes or something. I wonder if I turned off the wall so that like there were no emotes floating on the screen. Emmers, can you do me a favor? Okay, thank you. I'm glad that you had that idea. Do you see that's not doing anything? That didn't slow down the stream at all. Okay, test. I'm gonna start this back up again. Can you do the emotes? So it's now playing the video. Maybe it's like the combo of the two? Because I wonder if it's like, I guess I could do it. Ah. Interesting. So there it is. Yeah, it kind of looks like it's the combo, the video, and the emotes. So I wonder what would happen as a test. I'm going to, because I could get it to hide. Actually, I could get it to hide the emote wall. Try, okay. Do me a favor, again, this will be the last test. I want you to do the emotes now. And I want to see if it's because of the emote wall. Because what I could do is I could just pause the emote wall so that way it's like not... like you guys could still do the emotes obviously, but it wouldn't be like popping up on the screen, and maybe that helps. Okay, it does seem to be helping. I don't know why that's like it's not slowing it down. It's less fun not seeing the like emotes on the screen. Oh, wait, what? Hold on, and we can. That doesn't make. Wait, we didn't actually. I didn't actually start Be Gifter. So why is it doing this now? Wait a minute. Now I'm sort of like, can you guys actually make that happen just by reaching, just by doing a hunt? No, because it wouldn't do that. No, maybe it would. I don't know. Part of me was like, if you do 100 frog emotes, even without me doing Be Gifter, will it just switch into that anyways? I don't think it shouldn't. But anyway, it does seem to run smoother when I disable the emote wall. So tomorrow we'll do another test, and what I'll try to do is we'll get rid of that new feature that I really like, the overlay. We'll try it once without it and see how it runs. Also, you know what it could be? Having a bit of a sad day, which I want trauma dump. But can I tell you a bit of good news from yesterday? Yes, Shady, please do. I'm sorry that you're having a bit of a sad day today, but please, yeah, tell me the good news. I have another idea, by the way, on what might be wrong, but I'll work on that after stream. But again, Shady, thank you so much for the $10. I honestly cannot wait. Every day that goes by, I think about it more and more. I'm just like, ugh. Please. I just want to see my mates. Okay, well, I guess we'll have to go to sleep without having found this last little thing. I got seed funding to write a feature film script. Money! Oh, that's so awesome. Have you started the process yet? That's so cool. That's awesome. That is wonderful. We should, you know what that deserves? A good old fist bump. Shady, congratulations on the seed funding to write a feature film. That sounds amazing. Congratulations. If you'd like a fist bump, please go ahead and punch your screen at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, well, bam. Yes, I had already been scripting it in order to submit a proposal for it. That's funny. You didn't have to pay for it. I was giving it to you for free. Also, yeah, chat is the stream is definitely delayed. from that. So it's probably whenever we get encoding overloaded, it'll always be kind of delayed after, which is unfortunate, but it's so strange. Yes, I'd already been scripting it in order to submit proposal for it.
Hey, hope you're well this fine morning.
Very
I'm
cool.
feeling really good about today.
I don't have anything
Ready
to
for
spend my
something
jetpacks on.
amazing.
Fair. We will soon. Working on something. That's so cool. Well, you'll have to keep us in the loop. So that way, whenever we can watch it, we'll whenever we can watch it, we'll support it. Cause that'd be so fun. I mean, we've already played all of your Sherlock games, so. So that would be super fun. But congratulations, that has to be super, super cool to, like, experience, you know? How long do you think it's gonna take to like, write the full script? At the end of the process, you start to look at avenues for production. That'll be very cool. Maybe it's up here. Do I need to, like, start cutting things down? Is that... Oh, gosh. Oh. We just, like, clipped that tree real good. There we go. I mean, I guess I'll just start chopping things, because I don't see where this thing is hiding. Q1 2025. Nice. Now that'll be awesome. That is very exciting. I hope it comes easy to you, and that you know, you get to have some fun with it too. I already looked in there. Is there like another one in... Maybe there's another one in the cave that I missed. It's a sci-fi premise. Oh, that's fun. I you know, big sci-fi fan, so that's very cool. Have you have you seen that meme that's like, how can you tell the difference if you're looking at like a fantasy world versus a sci-fi world? They said, like, it's like, it's a fantasy world if they call the planet Gaia. It's a sci-fi world if they call it Terra or something like that. I was like, you know what? Okay, you're right. You know what? That actually checks out for a lot of properties. I wonder how that, like, I mean, because it's become, I mean, very much a trope now. But, like, I wonder how that, like, came about. Is it something up here, maybe? That's what it is. Is it hiding? Just using my pickaxe to cut bushes down. No? I'm about to look up a guide. Like, where is the... I'm just looking for one little purple rock. One little last one. I'm just gonna do that. Where are we at? Pine Heights. Pine Heights. Heights artifacts. Where to find all of them? There are 9. Okay, I think we got that one. Yep. Now drop down. Go this way. Wait, no. Wait. Oh, there it is. Hold on. I didn't see this. I didn't realize this is... There you are. Yeah, I totally missed it. I thought it was like a fully... Oh, gosh. We got all the things.
That's all we need. I've compiled our findings in the database.
Your samples revealed more than I expected. It looks like this thing was built in 2 rounds. The first part was the base, which is coated in some kind of hydrophobic material, making me think this was originally a water dam, not a wall. The second part was built on top of the dam at a much later date. My guess is that by that point, the sea level on the planet had changed and it was no longer needed for its original purpose. So they added the elaborate architecture over the blocky original and installed the gates at the bottom. What for? The answers are probably on the other side. But I guess we don't get to go in. Oh, we can construct a new thing. We got a new build. Yeah, I guess we don't get to go in. Let me in. So it looks like if you do this, you get like special things for your base. Okay, well, we'll go for just a little bit longer. Maybe we'll go till the end of this day. And we'll stop. Ow. I'm just so zoomy now. And a slow fall. Okay. I guess we can see we have the strange table. Oh, and there's that. Okay. I was trying to get more rabbage oil. We still need more rabbages. Can I just buy some from the vendor?
Hey there, what will it be?
Rabbage seeds, but I just want just give me the rabbage. Not the seeds. No? Resources. Yeah. Unfortunate.
Pleasure doing business with you.
You don't sell veggies, right?
Hello there.
Yeah, he just sells. He also sells seeds. Okay.
Right then.
Oh wait,
Yes? What a
I have this for you.
conundrum.
Oh wait, don't I?
Goodbye.
Did I put it in? Yep. I mean, we don't have one yet. No, I guess we don't. Nope. While we're here, we need a few more of these. And an otherworldly table. I'm just building stuff randomly in places. I feel... There you go. Do I get to manipulate this? I had wait, well, this has been a nice bomb. I hope the rest of the day is similarly sweet. Yeah, I hope so too. That is no fun when you've had a bad day. I've had family in town visiting for the past couple weeks, but I'll be back around more now. All right, Shady. It's so good to see you. Thank you again for the $10. Getting me closer to Australia. But I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope the rest of your day is really good. So have a good one. We'll see you later. Okay. What else should I do for the rest of this
Let's
day?
skedaddle.
Let me take a look at... Alright. Just need 2 more Ravage oil. Oh. You can do this. So what is this? When using Seed Shooter, hold the right click to lock on, press that to fire. The Seed Shooter can lock on too and automatically hit up to 9 mounds. Irrigation hose, splash. We need 5 aluminum parts. I think we can do that. I lied. We need more polyberry. What else can we do? That's what we're trying to upgrade next. These are traversal things. I'm glad that we at least got the speed boost. We don't really use the, like, jumping very much. Lenses. I wonder when that comes in. Iron parts. Polyberry, aluminum. That's just the... Oh yeah, that's the splash. This is the water capacity. Wow, you'll be able to farm so fast with this. You can lock onto 64 mounds at one time. Yeesh. You're planting like nobody's business. We actually should be able to get the spike saw power up level 2 very soon. Oh, and we can do this if we can build a power core, and I forgot how we do that. We don't have enough. Actually, we might. Oop. Just double check I don't need it for anything else. Actually, wait. Actually need a lot of this oil. Okay. We're getting the ship, or my mech. sleep for the night. And that'll be where we end for today. But friends, thank you so much for being here and hanging out with me today. Always lovely to have you. Tomorrow we will be playing Chicken Police into the Hive.
Build something jaw-dropping today.
Very excited to
Something
be
that'll inspire us
playing
when we do
that.
a hard day's work.
I loved the first Chicken Police, and so I am just so very excited to be back in that universe and all that. That'll be a very wild time. Oh, I should fix my camera. Where are you? Boop. But friends, thank you so much for being here. A couple of thank yous. Shady, thank you so much for the $10, getting us closer. Let's see. No. Baz for the 25 stream streak. Sassy and Emrys for the 85. Daz for the bits. And again, Shady, thank you so much for the $10 towards our Australia trip. It is so wonderful to be getting closer to that. But friends, that is it for us today. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!